The meeting room will now come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the Red Wing FFA chapter. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine at their stations, and report back to you, Mr. President. The Sentinel.
Station by the door.
Your duty's there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see the doors open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people, in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico, from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed by the Emblem of Washington.
Your duty's there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary.
Stationed by Ear Corn.
Your duty's there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
By the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time honored and with knowledge and wisdom. Be older than the rest of you and ask for advice from time to time as need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based upon true knowledge and ripened with wisdom. Madam Vice President, like plow at your station.
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
This rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. We will follow the leadership of our president. We shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Mr. President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, FFA members. Secretary, may you call the roll of members?
There are 6 members and numerous guests present, Mr. President.
Thank you, FFA members. Why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and to develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA membership possess. May we accomplish our purposes, I now declare this meeting of the Red Wing FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which should properly be presented. Mr. Secretary, do we have minutes from the previous meeting?
We do. The previous meeting of the Red Wing FFA chapter was called to order at 7:30 p.m. at the Red Wing High School cafeteria. Opening ceremonies were conducted. All officers were at their stations. The Secretary called the roll of members. There were 40 members and 5 guests present. The Secretary gave minutes of the previous meeting. Minutes were approved as read. The Treasurer announced our financial budget. The report was filed subject to audit. New business, the Treasurer talked about fruit spring sales that started today. Treasurer Botter moved to develop a new system where sellers receive prizes instead of commissions, second by Sentinel Lewis. Motion passed. Closing ceremonies were conducted. The meeting was adjourned at 7:55 p.m. Respectfully submitted, Secretary Devin Whitman.
Thank you. Are there any additions to the minutes? Hearing none, minutes approved as read. Treasurer, do we have a report?
We have $500 in our account, and we are expecting more funds to come in due to fruit sales.
Thank you. Are there any additions? File subject to audit. Mr. Secretary, the first item of business.
FFA Week.
Members, you've heard your subject. What is your pleasure?
Mr. President,
Dylan.
I move that we hold a lock-in on Friday and a dance on Saturday of
Second.
FFA Week.
It's been moved and seconded that we hold a lock-in on Friday and a dance on Saturday. Is there any debate?
Mr. President,
Dylan.
I am in favor of this motion because it will bring a lot of funds to our chapter and it will create leadership for our members and bring in more members. That's why I'm in favor of this motion.
Thank you.
President? I am in favor of this motion because it would bring good PR for our chapter. It would give our members a chance to mingle with others and know each other more, and it would promote FFA more as a leadership organization than just a farmer organization. So I encourage you somebody to vote for this.
Mr. President. I am not in favor of this motion because I do not believe we should have the dance the night after the lock-in, because I believe everybody will be tired from the dance and they will not, or from the lock-in, and they will not want to attend the dance. So I encourage everybody not to vote for this motion.
Thank you.
Mr. President,
Zach.
I move that we divide the question and consider by parts, with the first part consisting of the lock-in on Friday, and the second part consisting of the dance on Saturday.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that we move to divide the question and consider it by parts, with the first consisting of having a lock-in on Friday and the second consisting of a dance on Saturday. Is there any debate?
Mr. President, I think the dance on Friday would be a bad idea to just have them last week, and people will be tired, and not that many people showed up for the last one, maybe less people showed up for this one. And I want to be able to have the lock-in separate from the dance within the 3 o'clock.
Thank you. Is there any further debate? Hearing none, we will proceed to vote. All in favor of moving to divide this question and consider it by parts, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Motion passes. We shall consider the motion to divide it by parts. We shall now consider the first motion of having a lock-in on Friday. Is there any debate?
Mr. President, I believe this is a good idea to build leadership in our organization. It would also help us with our national chapter award because we need leadership activity, and it would just be a lot of fun, so I encourage the assembly to vote for this.
Thank you. Is there any further debate? Hearing none, we will proceed to vote on having a lock-in on Friday. All in favor to have a lock-in on Friday, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Motion passes. We shall consider the motion to have a lock-in on Friday. Considering the second motion to have a dance on Saturday, is there any debate?
Mr. President, like I said, I do not think we should have this dance on Saturday because we, like reporter Zach said that we should not have a dance a week after we just had one, and people will be tired from the lock-in, so I do not think we should have this motion.
Thank you.
Mr. President,
Andrew.
I move that we add the word next before Saturday.
You want to amend the motion?
Yes.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we amend the motion by adding next in front of Saturday. Is there any debate?
Mr. President?
Yes.
I believe this is a good idea because it would give us more time to plan the dance. We are busy planning the lock-in right now, and we just had a dance last week, so it would give us more time to plan it, and it would be longer stretch between dances. So I encourage somebody to vote for this.
Mr. President,
Dylan.
I am not in favor of this motion because there's an 8th and 9th grade dance going on that weekend, so that's why I encourage somebody to vote against this motion.
Mr. President,
Steph.
I move the previous question.
Previous question has been called. All in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you. All opposed, please raise your hand now. Thank you. Previous question will go through. We will now proceed to vote on the motion to have a dance on Saturday, or the amendment to add the word next in front of Saturday. All in favor of this amendment, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No. Division.
Okay, all in favor of this motion, please raise your hand now. All opposed, please raise your hand now. 3 and 2, motion passes. We shall consider the amendment to add next in front of Saturday. The new motion will now read, to have a dance on next Saturday. Is there any debate? Hearing none, we will proceed to vote on the motion to have a dance on next Saturday. All in favor of this motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no.
No.
Motion passes. Mr. Secretary, is there any items of business?
Open house.
Members, you've heard your subject. What is your pleasure?
Mr. President, I move that we hold an open house on May 13th.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we hold an open house on May 13th. Is there any debate?
Mr. President,
Steph.
I'm in favor of this motion because this would be a good way to get our members involved, and it would get the school more informed about FFA and our ag classes, and we could also recruit more members for our FFA chapter. Therefore, I encourage the Assembly to vote for this motion.
Mr. President?
Zach.
I'm in favor of this motion also because we had the open house last year, and it was a really successful event, and a lot of people had fun. Everybody is expecting us to do it again, so that's why I'm in favor.
Thank you. Is there any further debate? Hearing none, we will proceed to vote on the motion to have open house on May 13th. All in favor of this motion, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Motion passes. We shall consider the motion to have an open house on May 13th. Mr. Secretary, do you have any items of further business?
I have none, Mr. President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should now properly come before this meeting? Hearing none, we will proceed to adjourn this meeting. As we are about to adjourn the meeting of the Red Wing FFA chapter, as we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now declare this meeting adjourned. Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. Would you, if you wouldn't mind, mind, before you leave, could you introduce yourselves at the mic? That way we can give you a little credit out in the public. And I know you're some of a large group of representatives of the organization, but you look so good and you've been so professional. So could you each just kind of parade before that mic and tell us your name and maybe what year in school you're in?
Is that the classes we take in ag or like? No, just okay. My name is Dylan Lewis. I'm 11th grade here.
My name is Stephanie Orr, and I'm a senior.
My name is Zach Phillips. I'm a junior.
My name's Andrew Botter, and I'm a junior.
I'm Hayden Swanson, and I'm a senior this year.
My name is Devin Whitman, and I'm a sophomore.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.